And we're back for another one. And actually today, Marcus and I have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
We made a dish together today. We cooked it. We ate it. We went over what we thought about it, what we liked, what we didn't like.
And we're here to share.
And we're here to talk about it. So, would you like to tell everybody what we made today?
We made Puttanesca today, which first time for me making it. So I was actually pretty surprised. It was pretty good. I didn't realize it's not a complex flavor, but it's like you wouldn't expect from what you put in of that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like it feels familiar, but it's still with what you put in and you're like, I didn't expect it to be like that.
How all the flavors would blend together.
Right. So what did we do? It was black olives. What kind of olives did we use?
First we saute. Well, first what's in it?
Well, that's what I'm
right,
saying. So what kind of olives did we use?
Well, I used Kalamata olives, the
Okay.
black
With the pit.
Sicilian pitted removed,
Oh,
no
pitted
pit.
removed. Okay.
Black Sicilian Kalamata olives,
Okay.
capers.
Right, which I'm not even a fan of like using. Like I don't use them for anything. I'm not
You
a
don't use it
person.
a lot.
Listen, the only time that I eat capers is when you get the sesame seed bagel with lox.
Oh, okay.
They put a slice of tomato, some capers on it.
I've never had that.
You never had Nova Scotia salmon, smoked salmon on
I love
on
salmon for dinner.
No, you gotta try this.
I've never had it on a bagel.
Red onions sliced really thin in a bagel with cream cheese.
I think I've seen that.
Trust me,
but never.
You're gonna be like, I can't believe I'm gonna eat this for breakfast. It's that good. Just go brush
Okay.
your teeth afterwards, but it tastes awesome.
Never had it.
So anyway, capers, something I would never really use. Then we had anchovies. Not a lot. We did 2 slices of anchovies.
2 fillets, yeah, which brings all that earthiness
Right.
flavor.
But
that's the core of the dish.
right.
It's all pantry staples.
Right, because these things don't go away very, very soon. You know, these things last till 2020, 28, 29.
Well, how did this dish come about? Do you know?
I know that there is a
or the history behind?
I know there is a history, but I think you might know it better than I do.
You don't know how it came about? So it's spaghetti alla Puttanesca. So technically those were the ladies that made this dish.
The spicy ladies of the night.
The lovely ladies that made it in a brothel.
Nice.
So nice.
Well,
so I've actually read up on it, but there was a few different things that I read. Like one, I was reading, it said that they would prepare this dish. It's basic staples that you keep in your pantry. Right? Anchovies could stay, capers, olives, tomatoes.
Right.
So it's a simple, easy sauce. So they would prepare this and cook it outside. And the fragrance, the aroma would attract, I guess, lovely gentlemen.
But you see where
would come over with the beautiful scent.
But you see what Desiree would have gives you?
Stay for a dish.
Woman, a dish of pasta.
And then enjoy the evening together. I don't know.
That's it. For me, best money well spent. Anywho. Listen, dinner and a show.
Dinner and a show. That's a good way to put it.
You can't go wrong with that.
And another version I read was in between clients, they would prepare this dish, I guess, for themselves and also for whomever they spent the evening with.
Yeah.
But could you freaking imagine? Not only you're doing that, and then you gotta go freaking cook a dish.
First of all, I thought the priority before the lavata, in between.
To do something quick.
Go wash yourself up a little bit before the next guy comes in here. Maybe a sandwich.
Depending how many people came along.
Yeah, well, that's true too. I mean, if you had a busy night. No, but that's pretty cool.
That's crazy though. Yeah. This is the core, the history of this dish. But those were the women that made it and put this dish together. They created this dish. And it was named after them.
And this is showing you too that a lot of our traditional dishes are peasant dishes.
Well, yes, things you have at home, staples.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's not like this was, put on the king's table.
Oh, no, not at all.
This was 100% lip
Pantry.
over it. This is what they
Yeah.
had, and this is what they ate.
That's it. Yeah.
So we also, so we also had whole peeled plum tomato.
Yeah. So going back to how it was prepared,
Yes.
saute garlic, onion. Then we threw in the anchovies, cooked that down until it kind of like disappeared. And then after that, we did the capers, we did the olives, and then
We threw in
the tomatoes, whole plum peeled tomatoes with the broth. But that was kind of interesting because we talked about that. Like you could kind of put as much or as little as you want to make it more saucier or less.
So in
depending on what you like.
A lot of those pictures that you see of this dish, it always looks like asciutto. It always looks like drier. But honestly, I like a more
saucy,
like a thick sauce type of deal with it. So I think that I probably would have made maybe a half, something like a little bit more passata. I would have put it into the
you could definitely add like more sauce itself.
Either that, or instead of doing the whole peeled plum, we could have just probably done crushed, and we
do that.
We would have got to the same.
But that's like your home cooking. You could elevate it, change it, flip it any way you like.
And I definitely probably would have put maybe 1 or 2 more anchovies in it. The salt content was great. The olives,
but the anchovies add to that too, mind you, right?
Exactly, because we actually didn't put any salt in this thing.
No, we didn't need to.
Because from the caper to the anchovies, and then listen, even the olives too.
They carry some.
They had, I mean, come on, they're sitting there in the sauce, they're excreting the brine and the salt and all that other stuff. It didn't need salt, just what we do.
But honestly, I really enjoyed it.
It was.
So those ladies, they know what they're doing.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they got to know what they're doing.
In the kitchen and in other rooms.
Yeah, hey, listen, they got to make their money. All I'm saying is, and it's just like I said, like with what's in it, you don't expect that. You don't think it's going to be like that kind of flavor.
You don't expect that much to come out of it.
Right. It's not, and then you're thinking, anchovies is going to be like a little fishy. Oh, capers. It's a little like you always say, briny.
That bite.
And then you got the olives, but you didn't, like all of that kind of just
didn't overpower each other.
That's what it was. It wasn't overpowering. It almost tasted like just basically like sauce, but you still tasted the other ingredients.
No, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Definitely, absolutely.
I really did. So I would definitely make that again.
I would change up a couple of things, make it my own, obviously.
Oh, definitely.
I would definitely give that another go. I I
actually, like, in my mind, compare it to, like, not like similar, but to the pasta alla norma that I made, because it's like roasted eggplant along with those earthy flavors. So it's like kind of similar, but like different.
Wait a minute, so for that dish, you roasted them, or did you throw them in a pan like like a fry?
I've seen different versions. Like some people fry it up, the eggplant, like they dice it, like let all the bitter water come out, and then they fry it. I roasted it. It's easier.
Well, it's easier, but okay.
You dice it, let all the water come out, like with salt, dry it well, and then just throw it in the oven on parchment paper. You're not wasting oil.
Right.
You're not frying it.
That's true.
Waste the calories on something else, like dessert.
Well, just recently, speaking of calories, just recently, I did what everyone started doing, or what everyone's been doing. I just never caught up with it.
What has everybody been doing that I'm not in on it?
Okay. When it came down to frying cutlets.
Okay.
Always use vegetable oil. Always canola oil, whatever. Always use that. So this weekend, I was like, you know what? Let me do a little different. If I screw up, I screw up. I don't really do this. So instead of using vegetable oil and all that other stuff, I took out olive oil from Agambagna and butter. Not a whole lot, like maybe about 2 tablespoons.
Butter makes everything better.
Yes, especially chicken cutlets, apparently. Let me tell you, the color was a different kind of brown. I feel like it retained more of the flavor that it should have.
Okay.
From this point forward, will no longer be frying vegetable oil with my chicken cutlets. I won't do it.
Very good.
The flavor from this thing, the crisp, I don't know why I never did.
Right.
Maybe because olive oil here, if we buy it here, it's so damn expensive. It's like, what, $12 for a liter or something like that?
Yeah. Or 15 or...
But I have my stuff that we brought back from Sicily, and I'm like, they don't use vegetable oil out there. All they use is olive oil. They're fine.
They use olive oil for everything.
But because why?
That's what they have for them. They grow it.
It's not just that. They don't put junk in their
no,
food.
they don't. It's more natural.
Do you know?
Everything here is like.
Do you know that the
pumped
canola
with
oil and the vegetable oil, it's like one molecule away from being car oil?
I didn't
And
know
that's
that,
no.
But it's not good
It's
for you.
literally
Yeah.
down that path because the oil companies, they were doing like refinery and stuff, and they were cleaning their engines or their engine oils and all this other stuff, and they came up with a formula for canola oil or vegetable oil.
That's crazy.
It's right there.
Like the same thing with Coca-Cola.
Well, Coca-Cola.
Wasn't Coca-Cola used originally to remove rust or something like that?
You see people now who they go on, like they have like an aluminum or a stainless steel bumper, and they throw the Coca-Cola on.
Like,
and
does
they're
it
like,
really
I
work?
clean the rust. I've seen it
That's
work.
crazy.
And you're putting that in your body.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. But
like, there's some people that like drink soda all day long.
listen, I can do maybe a can, maybe
So
two.
besides that sugar, like if it really does
Right.
remove rust, could you imagine?
What it does to your body. And that's what the babies want. Anywho, going back to the cutlets, I will be doing that from now on. I enjoyed the cutlets way more now than I did before. And I don't know.
For myself, I think I kind of do back and forth, whichever one's closest to me.
Yeah.
I do olive oil sometimes. I use olive oil for everything in my cooking.
Sure.
I keep it right there on my counter, so that's like my starter.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do grab the canola oil if I'm frying. Like we've done French fries recently.
With
That
olive
the
oil?
girl, no, with like canola oil, regular.
Oh, yeah.
Like we've made French fries homemade.
Sure.
So we were like deep frying it. So I was using the canola oil. So I
Okay.
kind of do go back
Well,
and
listen,
forth.
I mean, it's not for everything. Like, the canola I can understand for like deep frying.
Yes.
I get it. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not deep frying the cutlets. I'm like
No.
pan frying them. But,
You do
always
put a little more.
Well, there's always a little more. You want
Yeah.
to get the coverage. But no, that was actually pretty good. I also, so what I normally do with my cherry tomatoes that I still haven't shared in this house yet, which I will, and I want to do this with you.
Okay.
I did a little different, and it came out pretty creamy, and I was kind of surprised. I do dry runs, so
Of
this was my
course.
first dry run doing this, and it's not like I invented it. I'm pretty sure it's out there, but I wanted to try it for myself. So normally I would get the cherry tomatoes, garlic, whatever, put it in the pan, let it like stew down the whole nine, put white wine
In the pan.
in the pan. I just like a one pan, one stop shop. Let it, bring the thing down, let it stew down, like get the sauce out, the whole nine. This time I said, you know what? Let me try something a little different. I got out, not the igya, whatever the hell you call that, cookie sheet.
Oh,
What do you call it?
like a baking pan.
Baking pan. I don't know. Sorry.
No, it's so funny. I do that too.
It's
Not
just-
the igya.
not the
It's
igya,
like a
because
cookie.
it's the first thing you
Yes,
do.
yes.
I lined it with wax paper. In a bowl, I put like 2 containers or 3 containers of the cherry tomatoes.
So like 3 pints.
3 pints. Is it a
Yes,
pint?
each one is
is
a pint.
So I put like 3 pints together. I quartered up 1 whole onion,
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 garlic cloves, mixed it up really well. Put
I love
salt,
roasted
black pepper.
garlic.
Just
It
threw
becomes sweet.
Yeah, of course
I
it
love
does.
it.
So I laid it on the sheet, oven 400 degrees, 30 minutes. That's what you recommended. And I took it out. Stupid me didn't take the money shot on that because that actually did really look good.
Isn't that the first thing I told you?
Because I did it. I wasn't going to take pictures. I wasn't going to record it. I was just like, let me just see how it comes out. And I was like, damn, I should have recorded it. But I put it in a blender.
Okay.
I blended the whole thing. It almost doesn't even make sense that it's that creamy.
Because it changed the flavor.
Right.
Being roasted with
Oh,
garlic
Plus, I threw in pecorino while it was blending.
and
so,
the cheese.
yeah.
It changed the flavor
So what
like
I'm
that,
gonna-
I'm sure.
Like I told you, what I was probably going to end up doing was next time I do it, which I'm probably going to end up doing it here. I want to use a sifter to really make it to take off, because it wasn't
To
chunky.
make it smooth.
To make it smoother. It was
Okay.
smooth. I want to make it smoother, and then possibly, a little bit of heavy cream in it.
Uh-oh, you broke the law already. Forget it.
I don't care.
You can't put heavy cream in Italian food.
you want to know? I can do whatever I
Does it
want.
look like I care?
I can do whatever I want. I cook my cutlets in oil and butter. I don't care. I'm a new person. I want to add heavy
I
cream
think
to it.
somebody said to me once on Instagram, you can't put heavy cream in pesto sauce.
And I would have told her, are you the
It's
pesto police? Are you going to come and arrest me?
It's
Get
a
outta here.
creamy, you add little pasta water, thicken. So good.
Do you know what you call that person? Do you know what you call that? No, and I'm not going to use offensive words. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to
Be
call
kind.
that. You call that a traditional extremist. They are extremists because they think that there is no other way other than that, or shouldn't be. Now, granted, we've always said you do more traditional. I like to change things up once in a while. Yes. But again, what do we always say? It's art. Change it.
No, it is. You could do it any way you enjoy it.
She's lucky.
There's no right or wrong.
That person, whoever wrote that to you, I would send them a personal video of me putting butter with it and extra cloves of garlic. I would send them into a hospital for a heart attack.
Listen, it was delicious and I enjoyed it.
I don't need people outside telling me how to run the kitchen. It's not going to happen.
So with your cutlets, delicious, fried.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you ever baked them?
I have. Actually, I'll tell you what I do. When I don't normally bake cutlets, I do it. You know what I normally bake? Which meat that I normally, like bread and like as if I were to fry them?
Like a pork chop?
Pork chops.
Yeah, I do that a lot for my kids. The boneless ones. I pound it thin.
Okay.
And I make cutlets out of it.
Yeah, you basically.
And then
do
everything
pork
is
cutlets.
chicken. Everything is chicken.
Oh, because we're hiding what this is. Is that what that is?
If you start saying this is that, they're not gonna want it. Yeah, it's chicken. Yeah, it's chicken.
Yeah, but then when they
chicken's
go,
good.
but when they
Yeah,
go
I know,
out
it's
in the
good.
world and they taste it for the first time, like, wait, Mom said this was chicken.
No, as they start understanding more or start hearing you talk at home, then they kind of pick up on it. But
Yeah, but normally I would also bake the chicken, but
breaded, breaded and baked.
I like it so much better.
Like it
fried. I mean,
fried
obviously, I like things fried.
It does come out really good.
Yeah.
It does. But like sometimes I feel like I've seen people put more oil to make it get that crispy in the oven, which then at that point, what's the difference?
You might as well
be frying it. But the air fryer helps too.
I
That helps.
I don't have one.
Okay.
So I don't have I get these mixed signals from air fryers.
I
that it's
use
good,
mine
that it's not
all the
good.
time.
They said don't put bacon in it. Don't cook bacon.
I've
in
never
it.
done bacon.
I'm only telling you what I hear.
I've done whole roasted chickens many times.
No, and I heard that came out great,
And
right?
it's so juicy, so good, and it cooks so much faster
Yeah, because what do you
than
what do you-
like
what do you have it
regular
on?
20 minutes a pound or whatever it is in
Do
the
you
rule
coat
of
the
thumb.
outside or no?
Do I coat
Coat
it?
Yeah, like with oil or butter, or you just throw
I
it in?
shove a lot of butter under the skin.
Under the skin.
Under the
And it
skin.
stays in, and you know.
Yeah, and you
okay.
season it whatever you like, sage or just basic whatever.
Yeah.
But I do that a lot. That's like a quick, not quick, but like an easy
How
family
long-
meal
so
dinner.
What temperature, and how long would you normally put like a chicken?
It depends on the weight
Okay.
of it, but what I do is I have that internal thermometer
That you can
that you
leave
stick it in the thigh, like that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, the dark
of
meat.
the-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And it just comes out, and then when it hits that number,
Okay.
which I think 160 is for chicken, I think it is 160 or 165.
Okay.
So when it's like a little below that, you take it up because then it's got to rest and it rises.
Right.
I go by the temperature, so I can't really say how long by weight or whatever. I go by that.
Gotcha. I haven't had an air fryer yet, and I'm like debating if I should even get one
Yeah,
because I'm just gonna air fry everything.
you would. You really,
Yeah.
really would.
I see people put like apples and fruits in there.
You could
to, like,
dehydrate.
dehydrate.
You could. They have different options, different settings,
Okay.
depending on which one
Which
you
one
have.
get, yeah.
Right. Like I just got a new one now because I told you my other one broke.
Yeah.
And
Of
this
course,
one,
right after the warranty expired.
this one has a grill pan, so I could grill steaks in there. Apparently, haven't tried it,
I
but
heard grilling steaks inside of it. is
I don't
actually
know.
Pretty good. But I get to worry. Like, is everything going to be fast and quick? And is it really the right way to do it? Like,
Right.
no, it's not the right way to do it. Fine, but like, I don't know. I just feel like it's cheating in a way, and it's like you lose. I feel like you're losing something. Remember, I believe in exchange. If you do something fast, that means something wrong is gonna happen. Not that it's gonna go bad, but like you're gonna lose a flavor. You're not gonna have a type of texture. You're not gonna because you're exchanging
I
speed.
think it depends on your needs.
Okay.
Like if you have a family and you are working full time and you need dinner on the table quicker.
Now.
Or like me, I use my air fryer at like 7 a.m. in the morning to make chicken tenders, fries. I'm making lunches,
Right.
chicken sandwiches. I got that thing going at 7 a.m. What? I need it fast. 20 minutes. I need to have their lunch boxes done.
Yeah.
So for me, that's my need. That helps me. But teach their own.
I hear you.
If you're by yourself, to say you're one person,
Right.
I don't want to make this big mess. I don't want to turn on the oven. Throw it in the air fryer.
I can see that being.
So it's teach their own.
But I heard, like I said before, I heard putting bacon in it is actually kind of dangerous.
With all the splattering, maybe?
Not just the splat. Like, it's constantly. Look, because you're not going to get all of the splatter. Let's just be honest. No one ever does. But they say that every time when you, like, basically reheat that fat over and over and over, because that's what the grease is. It's fat.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you reheat it over and over. It becomes, like, poisonous.
Oh.
That's how I'm.
Oh,
listen,
wow.
This day and age, everything will kill you. Everything will kill you. But I don't know. Let's figure this out. We got to try it.
The
you got
bacon?
Well, you got a big one.
I do have a
So
big
you
one.
can actually lay out, like,
I did. I throw in whole chickens in there.
we should try it.
With bacon?
Hell
We'll
yeah.
do it at your house.
Bring it over.
Go get your own air fryer. Don't burn mine. No, I haven't done the bacon.
Okay.
I do bacon. Well, I guess it's the same thing. I do bacon in the oven. So what's the difference? Because I don't want all that
Exactly.
splattering. I hate cleaning
And ever
that.
since I saw it at your here, that's all I do too. Now I get the thick cut bacon. I swear to
Yes.
God, I get it down to a science now. Especially with my oven, because every oven is different. Normally it's supposed to be 7 minutes.
Okay.
I do 8.5 minutes at 400 degrees,
And then you flip?
and then I flip
Okay.
for another 8.5.
Okay.
And I get all the it gets to the color I want it, because I'm not a fan of that crunch.
I was just going to ask you,
not.
do you like it like
I'm not.
overcooked? Like,
Nope. To me, that's a waste.
okay.
I want to, like, I'm here eating a meat. I don't want crunch and breaking my teeth. And
like
all.
dried out.
Right. I like it when it still has a little bit of oomph
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it. Because
Yeah.
crispy bacon, to me, it's like portobello. It's like, after a
I
while.
don't make bacon that often.
No?
I really, really don't. We make breakfast sausage a lot more.
Okay. No,
My daughter loves it. She can eat like, that's her breakfast sometimes.
Exactly.
Like, and I'll make her that with toast and egg, whatever.
Yeah.
She'll leave everything else and just eat the salsita.
So we made a very good dish this weekend.
We did.
So I'm pretty happy with it.
Anything you want to be cooking next together?
Well, we did bring up that we wanted to do like a cacio pepe,
Yes.
but we'll see how that goes.
Yes, that
we'll
we
probably
should
throw it.
do. I'm going to start doing homemade pasta.
Excuse me.
No. Because I did it all the time when I was younger.
And now you just didn't, yeah.
Like with my grandmother, oh my God, all the time. Pasafishka, all the time. Like she
Yeah.
would crank those babies out like nothing. And I would always do it with her. Ask me now how she did it. Like I could tell you what she did, but
Yeah.
exactly of me doing it, I got to do it. I
It's
want to
like
do
a-
it.
It's an egg to flour ratio.
Like I want to master it the way she did it.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
well, I mean, do you don't have
So-
anything left over from back in the day?
What do you mean?
Like recipes and...
Oh, well, it's just a basic
Right.
egg to flour,
right.
water.
Well, there's two. There's egg and flour, and then there's water flour. So
Yeah, there's
whichever
different like
one-
little
And then
variations.
you could use a little bit of
but
semolina flour
and once you get that down,
yeah.
then you could like make a ravioli.
Oh,
you
yeah.
could
your own
do just
fillings.
fettuccine to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll be here for that if
Did
you
you ever
want.
grow up having pasafishka?
They used to just call it macaroni,
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you.
which is not macaroni. Shut up.
No, it's two totally different things.
Okay, and they had the reeds, and they used to make them go out on the reeds, and that's how they did each
See,
piece.
my grandmother, my nonna Enza, what she did, like we would make it in these huge round sheets,
Mhm.
right? She'd roll it up, And then she'd have like a bed sheet on her bed, not her bed in the basement, the spare bed, and she'd lay it out there to dry.
You know,
I don't know for how long, but she'd let it dry.
Yeah.
And then she'd roll it back up, like this side in, and then she'd cut it like fettuccine, like a little thicker. And
we used to just lay it on a broomstick. We would lay the
and let it dry hanging.
And just let it dry hanging.
Yeah, like from table to table or something like that.
Those were the
chair
days,
to chair.
man.
What about eating fresh pasta and scanadure? Did you ever do that?
What the hell is that?
Oh my! Oh, you don't know? I thought you were agreeing with me.
I have no idea what that is. What
my
is that?
God.
Maybe I might have, and I just didn't know the name.
It's when your family all gets together. You make these huge pots of fresh pasta with sauce.
Yeah.
And you mix it and you dump it in the center of uscanadure. It's a big piece of wood, like where you would like make the cookies or whatever. Like we're all around the table. Big piece of wood that practically took up the whole table.
Okay.
And everybody takes a fork. You grab some and you eat it.
That's crazy. I've never seen that.
Scanadure.
That's nuts.
Oh my God, the best dinners.
Wow, never seen that. I mean, I think I may have seen it, and I even looked at it because I'm not used to that. Because families all separated and all this other stuff.
Well, this was back then when
so
like
I'm looking
less
at it.
people were married, everybody was younger, everybody we were like, a lot of people.
First thing in my head, I was like, that looks like a trough of just people just coming in to get pasta. I'm like,
what's like so funny? Like Frankie posted a video, and it was something, not a trough, but But honestly, like, that's how Sicilians eat. Like, family together.
No,
you don't need all of these fancy, it's just togetherness.
It's not, so the I guess the commentary portion or whatever it is, it's not the tradition or what that anyone's mocking. It's the method. It's getting how many pounds of pasta into a giant bin and mixing. It just looks off. It doesn't look. No one's knocking the family part.
They're missing the point.
No, listen. I get, because why? Everyone sees things with their eyes and they go, "Oh my God, I would never do that." Like even a part
they're
of
too
me,
modernized and I'm too
modernized,
good for that.
Like that's not very civil. Listen, I get it.
Before COVID,
listen, I honestly get it. I even looked at it. I'm like, all right, I get it, but come on, let's not. But everyone has their own thing.
Listen, back then when you had nothing,
yes,
you all came together. That was it.
Yeah.
Family togetherness, you enjoy meals together. That I think is more special than like what you see things today.
Yeah. And we need to bring it more
back. Today people don't even have time for their family.
Yeah. And we need to bring that back more now more than ever.
Definitely. Yep. But to end it on a good note.
Yep.
Family and togetherness and food brings us together in cooking and creating things, and we have fun in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
I think you laugh at me a lot. And
I don't laugh at you.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You weren't snickering this today?
A little bit.
How many times?
It was with you, not at you.
No, it was at me.
Huge. All right, so a portion of it was at you, but it was still
okay,
fine.
as long as you admit it.
All right, come on.
I'll accept it.
All right, everyone.